Good morning. It's a gorgeous day out. The sun is shining. We're going to make a homemade country pie today, otherwise known as a shepherd's pie. But when you make it with beef or any other meat other than lamb, it's called country pie. So we're going to take our oil, which is already heating up in our pan on the stove. You take 1 tablespoon of olive oil, then you're going to put your ground beef into it. And then you're going to add your onions. Let me just break that up a little bit before I put the other stuff in. Okay, there we go. Okay, then we're going to put in 1 large onion diced, 2 carrots diced, 2 stalks of celery diced. We're going to put that in. And then we're going to add in our garlic, which is 2 cloves of garlic diced up. Now we're going to stir this all and cook this until the meat is cooked through and the vegetables are softened. Probably about maybe five or 6 minutes. We're going to cook this at least until the meat and stuff is gone. While we're cooking all this, we've got in another pot, we've got 1.5 pounds of potatoes peeled and cubed and putting in water to cook for the mashed potatoes for the top of this. I also have about 1 teaspoon of water in there. Let them cook till about maybe 10 to 12 minutes until the fork goes through them and they're really tender. And then just shut them off and drain them for like 5 or 6 minutes till all the water's drained out of them. As you can see, the meat is brown. The vegetables are becoming translucent. We're going to put in 2 tablespoons of flour. I'm using gluten-free because that's how I eat, but you can use regular flour. I'm going to put in 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and then some fresh ground pepper. And I'm going to give that a stir and let that cook for 2 minutes. Okay, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. I use it out of the tube because this way I can keep it in the refrigerator and it doesn't go bad. Not like when you open a can, what do you do with the rest of it when you only need 2 tablespoons? So we're going to stir this constantly for 1 minute. I'm going to put 1/3 cup of beef stock into the bottom of the pan just to deglaze it. You get all those all that good crusty stuff on the bottom of the pan. See all the nice stuff on the bottom of the pan? Ooh, baby. And you're just going to get that all deglazed. Now we're going to add our other cup of broth, our cup of frozen peas. We're going to add a teaspoon of rosemary, a teaspoon of thyme, and a tablespoon of parsley. And then we're going to give that a stir. Oh, if you could smell it in here right now, ooh, baby. Even the cameraman's mouth is watering. And then we're going to let that, excuse me, we're going to let that cook for 4 to 5 minutes. Oh, sorry. As you can see, here's the mixture. It's all down. We're going to put it into a pie plate. If you prefer a 13x9 pan, go ahead and use it. I just like it in a pie plate. I think it's more like homey. So then we're going to put that in here and let that cool while we make our mashed potatoes. Okay, the mashed potatoes are done. They're all set to go on top. I preheated my oven to 400. So we're going to put these on top, and you don't want to get them where the meat is showing through the potatoes. So what I'm going to do, this is what I usually do when I'm putting frosting on a cake. Let me just get all the potatoes on top and I'll show you. I have a offset spatula. And what I'll do is I'll just put that around the sides and make sure the potatoes cover every inch of all the stuff here. And then we're going to do a crisscross design. I'll show you that next. Let me just get this finished here with the pastry blender. Okay, so I'm going to put the pie on a baking sheet with foil underneath it in case it drips. You don't want that all over your oven. So here's the crisscross with the potatoes. You're just gonna take your fork, go all the way around, and then I'm gonna put my cup of cheddar cheese, shredded cheddar cheese on top of this. And we're going to take that and put it in the oven and bake it for 20 minutes. Okay, as you can see, our country pie just came out of the oven. I would probably let it cool a few minutes before we eat it, but the cameraman's ready for lunch here, so I've got to get the poor man fed. So this is how nice it comes out. Let me get a knife to get it off of there. And you get all the juices are in here. I'll show you some of the meat on the side. And there you have it. Here's the recipe. Enjoy your Saturday. See you on Wednesday.